Okay, well, we're doing, I think it's like throat, head tattoo stuff. Just it's a little bit of everything, but mostly like throat and head tattoo stuff, I think.
Mismatch. Okay.
A little bit.
Cool.
Little bit.
So first one is from Brandon Taylor. It says, "Hey guys, been watching your Reacts vids for a while now and have been meaning to send in some of my work. I'm from Hamilton, Ontario, and well on my way to finish my bodysuit. Check out some of the pieces I finished the last couple years."
People have different ideas of like a finished bodysuit.
Right?
Like, kudos on doing the belly button, but you've narrowly evaded the nipples.
Right? You should have pulled those roses out of it.
Pull the rose and the snake over and just have the snake eating the nipple. You know what I mean? Like
no.
I see the tongue like just fucking licking and that's just teeth just biting into that sucker.
Nipple pinchy.
Yeah. The actual skull is really, really cool.
Yeah, I actually think this is a really wicked design.
When you look at this thing at first, you don't really notice anything. I don't know if it's because there's a glare on this picture.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it's under a fog or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'm a little bummed about that.
Like, and so like I didn't notice the details of this fucking skull right away.
Like, do you see that it has a crazy fleshy eye in there? That's
yeah, I
nuts.
do. But what my current fixation is the sharp, pointy teeth. It's like a vampire skull or something.
Oh yeah, it is vampiric. Wicked.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool details in here.
Bat above it, so.
I want to see the. Do we have a picture of the bat too?
I just wanted to comment. The skull is it's Frank Green.
Yeah.
What's crazy?
Oh, the bat is not great though.
I think this is the only picture of it that you have.
Yeah, well that's good enough. The bat is not in line with the skull.
Yeah, it needs to be. I think maybe
darkened up. Yeah, the bones are okay. It's a little small.
I really like this neck tattoo too.
Yeah, the only problem is it's 90% vegetables and 10% meat.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like
More
why the fuck is the skull so small?
But it's
not more veg, more meat.
It's a death moth.
You got enough. It's too small. Whatever the fuck it is.
I like it.
No. The neck is cool. You're taking me all wrong here. The neck is cool, but the main parts of the neck are too small. I was talking to a friend of mine today. He was describing what I'm always talking about on Remy Reacts is the 70-30 rule.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know about this.
I do.
I talk about this all the time, but I've never heard of that rule.
Right.
That is not the 70-30 rule.
Artists sometimes
that's like the 20-80 right there.
Artists sometimes just innately understand the 70-30 rule.
I understand without ever even hearing about this.
But that's the thing though, is like it's just something that like naturally happens when you're like artistic or have an artistic eye, and then someone will be like, yeah, it's the 70-30 rule.
So then give me your description of that then. Do you know how to describe the 70-30 rule?
Yeah, it's like 70% subject, 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well that's good enough.
Yeah.
70% is your foreground, your background elements, and
30%.
Fillers are 30%. So he's got almost the reverse of that on his neck.
Yeah, there's also a golden rule and quadrant rule, and there's all kinds of like weird shit like that. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but this one is directly tying into that neck tattoo. It's a really cool piece, but I would have had the main elements bigger, right?
Yeah.
Just too much background.
Is this next one the same guy's bodysuit?
I believe so. I believe this is the same cat.
This is cool too.
Yeah.
Whoever the artist is that's doing these is wow.
Yeah, it's hard to follow, probably because we're not close enough, but like it all does work.
Yeah, are the blues in here are really, really sharp.
Yeah, you could use some color blending. It's a lot all at once. It's a lot to take in. I like that they use the ass cheeks. I use the ass cheeks in my back piece.
It's super busy.
It's almost too busy, but like I don't mind that.
I like it.
It's a nice visual. I like that it's one subject. It's one, it's one background. It's just one piece. Like it all works great.
Big old ugly octopus. I mean, cool octopus, but like they're not the most attractive creatures.
Octopus, good by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like this. I mean, there isn't much to say other than it's really great.
Great play on color here, right? You got the blue and the yellow, and you got like a purple.
There's lots of contrasting colors.
Like,
the only thing is I would have had a little more hard black in places.
I agree with that. Actually, I think it would have made it so it's a little easier to understand what's going on in
Always. Harder black will always make that happen for you. So, yeah. And then we see the side of his neck here.
Is that a centipede?
Yeah, there's some scattershot chaos here that I feel like we wanted too much, you know?
Yeah, it's like we're going to do this, some mouths, some this, and this.
Well, this is the thing. People, when they're first doing, I'll say this, when you're getting your first bodysuit, you're like, I only have one body, I want all these things. And then later, for me, it was like figuring out, I don't actually like all these things as much as I thought I did. And it probably would have been more striking with less of them.
Right.
So this is a little more than you needed. But it does look cool. Like
it does look really cool.
The only thing is that bat really does need, like...
You need to redo the bat.
I think that bat is washy enough you could turn the bat full color, and he would fit in way better with everything.
I agree with that, too.
Like, you could just go right over that guy.
I think the bat was probably done by a different artist.
Earlier in his life. It looks quite old.
And I think that, like, the artist that's doing all this crazy color work could probably redo that bat.
Oh, yeah.
If they're into doing, like a cover-up or a touch-up.
It would just be a touch-up.
Yeah.
That's washy enough that you could go right over it.
The web on the back of his neck is wicked, too.
Ties in nice to the blue in the water below. The spider's the right size. This is... somehow they got the sizing on the back of the neck right, but not the front.
I think they just were greedy with the front. The death head moth skull with the green fumes.
Yeah, but they could have made the death head moth skull bigger and still done the green fumes.
But that's what I'm saying is I just think that they got greedy and didn't do it right? Yeah,
no, this is the right size.
Yeah, they did that right. And then the other side of the neck.
It's more centipede, essentially.
Teeth.
Just a whole lot of crazy going on here.
Yeah, I like that the smoke kind of comes up. I wish that the smoke kind of played around everywhere on this bodysuit to tie it.
I don't think it was all done like
in one shot.
Not just that, but like with the intention of being a cohesive piece. So you get this. It's similar to my first bodysuit where you're cobbling things together.
Like a
you're putting them together in a way that they do work, but it just takes time to get there, and it won't be as cohesive as it would be if you sat down and said, "This is the suit."
Yeah.
I do love that dagger on his face. I used to have one myself. This one's I like more than mine because I like the color.
Big traditional dagger.
Yeah.
All right. So we got another email. This one is from Travis Stewart. This is an older one because it still says Kevin. So Remy and Kevin, I thought you might enjoy seeing my completed head and neck project. It started September 2022 and just finished March 2023. 31 hours in total of outlines and shading. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the choice of color means that I now have to go back into the rest of my bodysuit, which is black and gray, Japanese and tribal, to completely rework the whole thing. Ugh.
That's fortunately.
And I thought I'd be done getting tattooed at 47. Apparently not. Once that's started, I'll send you the before, during, and after photos. You also have a photo of my palm tattoos done by Luke Ashley kicking around in your email.
I don't think I found those. I think I looked and I couldn't find them. There's millions of them. So, yeah. I mean, I like this right away. I love this, but it's a little hard to decipher. I think...
Foo dog?
Yeah, well, yeah. I know, but it's like just seeing the neck without the rest attached to it.
Oh, man.
It can be a little hard to tell what's going on. The side of the head is a little bit tonal for my taste.
Yeah.
Like you said, putting color into things, he's going to have to redo pretty much everything. And I think that you'll be much happier when you do. Because
I think some pops of color would really help some of this gray stuff.
Yeah, the minute you get color in that flower there, all of a sudden you've got a brand new headpiece.
Yeah, I'm seeing like reds for the petals and you're seeing yellows for the...
It's very easy to see how it's going to go. And, you know, fortunately, like I said with the last one, when you do these soft shades of black and gray, it's really easy to cover them with pretty much any color you want.
Right.
Like, it's really not hard. A lot of people think it can't be done for some reason, but
What is this one? A Hanya mask?
Yeah,
or an Oni
Hanya mask, and it's the right size for the head. You see so many of these that are so small. There was one of these that was trending for quite a while on Instagram where they had photoshopped some horns onto the guy's head where the horns were. It was the lamest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Right?
I don't know
Unless you got
why.
real horns.
Well, people were thinking it was real.
Oh, of course they were. But I
Yeah.
mean, you could. There are ways to get horns.
Not like that.
Oh, were they like too much?
They
You'll
were
have to show me
really
later.
fucking goofy. I hated that picture. I had people send it to me too, and I just wanted to tell them to fuck off every time they send it to me.
I send him stuff that people send him all the time. And
I-
I'm like, did you get that thing?
generally
And he's like,
speaking,
100
when-
people sent it to me.
Whenever there's a thing that's trending, people think to send it to me. They do the same thing to Renee Zizi. They'll tag him in everything that's trending, and he'll have like 9,000 tags on the same thing, and it's like, he's seen it.
I know, it's because they don't bother to look.
No, but like, yeah. We're tattoo fans ourselves, so we've likely seen these things. That being said, this one's much cooler.
Do you think it needs more color in this one? I think this one's good.
I mean, you can always do more if you want, but this has a good amount of balance here.
Yeah.
Again, where they have put color has helped.
Yeah.
They could definitely put more, and it would be even better.
Foo dogs on the neck. Super
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I like the foo dog on the neck. I wish I could see the chest connected to it.
Yeah.
Here, everywhere there's color, I like.
Yeah.
Everywhere there's
big-
not, I don't like.
Big snake. But again, I think it would be super easy to throw some
But-
reds and yellows into this flower to tie it together.
What's the total shame is that all of the black and gray work is very well done.
It is.
It's just that it doesn't get the showcase because it's too tonal. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Fortunately for you, and I will say fortunately, you can go into this all again and
Yep.
bring
Add
everything
some reds
back.
and yellows and stuff.
Yep.
Stick with that same color palette. I think it's going to look wicked once you do that, though. I agree.
I don't really want to pick a winner between the two of these guys because they're both different styles, but
Yeah.
I like the first collection more, personally. It's got a little more pop, and I think they both have an equal amount of personality. I
Yeah.
think this one could be better once he gets through the color.
I think they were both really well done. I agree with that. I'm a super magpie, so the first one is definitely more shiny. So, and you know, Frank, it matches my Frank. So, yeah, I'm going with the first one as well.